Hello, what's up? Welcome back to my channel or welcome to my channel. Today, I want to show you how to send through a proposal or what I would include in a proposal for marketing services or really any other type of service-based work. This is just a really easy, short and sweet Canva template. It's actually included in the social media management toolbox, which is a digital product that I offer, but you can totally create something similar to this on your own using Canva or Google Docs or whatever you want. So I will link the toolbox down below, but like I said, you can probably recreate this on your own as well. Oh, and today's video is sponsored by WiseStamp, which is a really cool tool. I'll tell you more about them a little bit later when we actually get to the point of sending the proposal through, but it basically lets you create email signatures to, make these proposals look even more professional and polished. So let's pretend here, stick with me, and we'll pretend that this ideal client is good old Carrie Bradshaw. I just did a video about everything that was kind of wrong with her personal brand if you want to check that out. So we'll do sort of a continuation of that. I'll pretend like that video was our discovery call. It was telling her, hey, here's what I have dreamt up for your brand. Now I'm going to go ahead and send you through the formal proposal and say, these are the services that I would like to render to you. So we're going to start by finding our logo here. And I always like to pop that in just to give it that, branded feel. Just adding a little logo can really amp things up for you. And then of course, I would also include her logo since we're pretending this is Carrie Bradshaw. That's kind of a personal brand. I don't know that she really has one. So I'll just say Carrie Bradshaw, new book. Something else about these templates, if you do go ahead and buy the toolbox and use this exact template, is I kept everything really, really basic. So this is just like basic black and white and a really basic font. So you want to customize this stuff, to your brand fonts or to their brand fonts, but you probably will not want to keep it just boring black and white. That's done by design, just so that you are sure to customize and use your own stuff. So I'm going to just use some NYC images, some stuff that represents her brand here. You can do whatever you want. So there's a look at what the cover page looks like. Then for page 2, I like to include kind of a mood board and just sort of describe what the overall project idea is going to be, what sort of the look and feel of the project is going to be like. So don't judge my copy there. I just did that real quick, but I would just, paint a little bit of a picture of what you're going to do for them. I'm not going to read that because it's really embarrassing. So we're just going to go up here to photos. And again, I'm just going to choose some photos that, are in line with what I'm trying to do for her brand. This part I would definitely be spending a little bit more time with than what I'm actually doing right now and just pulling some things from Canva. I may actually pull some of her competitors. Maybe there are other writers or other people in this space who we really like their brand or other authors in other cities or whatnot. For now, we're just kind of pretending, okay, boom, that looks good. Now here we are going to go ahead and start getting into the packages. So I like to give a few different options. If you do some research on pricing psychology, I'll leave some links down below that are pretty interesting to check out. In most cases, if you give somebody 3 options, they're usually going to choose the middle one. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do it and a couple different ways that you may choose to do this. You may choose to just give your ultimate recommendation. So you may just say, this is the one package I'm going to offer you. Or you can do it this way where you list out 3 different packages. And like I said, usually they're going to end up going with the middle one. That part is up to you. Probably something you should test. At this point in my career, usually I'm just giving one option. I'm giving the recommendation that I want them to take that I think is going to give them the most results. And in a lot of cases, if someone says, no, I just want to go with like a smaller package, I usually will just refer them to someone else who maybe has a lower price point because I really want them to see the results. So that's going to be totally up to you on what you choose to do. But we'll go ahead and just pretend we're going to give 3 options. So I always like to rename the packages. Maybe we call this one the Brooklyn. And, this is going to be social media. Actually, let's just say Instagram management. 5 times, or let's say 3 times per week. We might also provide monthly strategy and consulting call. And maybe we're photographers too. So we'll do 1 photo shoot, 30 minutes. photo shoot per month. So making sure that you're quantifying things too, this is really key. You know, I could have just said one photo shoot. I could have said strategy calls. I could have said Instagram management, but you want to really flesh it out. Like, how often are you posting? How frequently are these calls and communications? How long is this photo shoot? Otherwise, you may see that you are, you know, being taken advantage of. And then you'll add the rate for this. So let's just say that this is a $1,500 package. I don't know, that could be way low. I'm not a photographer, so we'll just pretend. And then you can add in some images if you want. We've got these ones of Carrie from our video, so we'll just say that is good. Okay. Then we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Package 2. You can always just copy these bullet points if you need more bullet points, if we're going to add different things. So we might do, what did I do in this one? Instagram management. 5 times per week. So she's getting daily posts from us. We're doing a monthly strategy and consulting call. We're doing 2 30-minute photo shoots per month. And we also might do, we talked about hooking her up with maybe a Twitter or a Substack. So we'll do also Twitter management 10 times per week, 10 posts per week. And we'll also do 1 Substack edit and send per week. And that's going to be like, I don't know, $27.50. We'll just say center that. Okay. We would add some images. We'll just pretend. And then package 3 is going to be the Upper West Side. And we'll just basically copy this. I'm just going to go ahead and do that for the sake of time for the video. We'll copy that. Maybe we will also do like a weekly strategy call. We'll do 2 60-minute, just increasing the value here. And we'll say this is $3,500 or whatever we choose. Okay. So now we have 3 packages. I also like to add in an out of scope rate into my proposals. So maybe one week Carrie wants to post an additional Substack, or she wants to do Facebook ads for her book launch or something like that. So I would list out some of the things that you're capable of doing, because you don't want to get in the habit of just doing whatever people ask. There are some things that you're just not going to be great at. There are going to be some things you don't know how to do. So, listing out maybe email marketing, maybe paid ads. We'll even get specific about what types of paid ads on Instagram or Facebook, maybe on-site event help or something if she does like a book tour. And this is one of the few times that I actually like to give an hourly rate, is an out of scope rate, just because, if you're working with a client, you enjoy working with them and it's just a one-time thing. Maybe it is just, like I said, for her book launch week or month or whatever. You might not want to create a brand new package for her, but this kind of sets the expectation of saying, okay, if you're expecting these additional things, this is how I'm going to come up with that sort of add-on package for you. So maybe it's $100 an hour or whatever your hourly rate is. I do have some videos all about calculating pricing and hourly rates, so I'll link that one if you need help with that. And then over here, I like to add some testimonials, just kind of share your value. On the last page here, we just want to add some additional information here. So, are they going to need to click a link that's in the email? Should they respond to the email? Should they give you a call? Should you send them an invoice, and so on and so forth? And this is really going to depend on which client management system you're using. If you're going to be using a tool like an actual CRM or a client management system, you probably have an automation for that where all they need to do is like click to submit an onboarding form or click to pay an invoice. If you're doing it manually through email, you'll probably just want them to respond and just say, yes, I'm on board with package 2 or the one recommendation that you gave, if you just gave one recommendation. So just kind of flesh that out. And then I always like to add my contact information in here as well, so that they can really easily contact me if they have any other questions. Now, once we're all good with this, we'll pretend that this is, completely filled out and looking good. I like to download as a PDF. And we'll just go ahead and send that through email. Now, like I said, I wanted to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, which is a company called WiseStamp. And the cool thing about this is it enables you to create email signatures that are customized, and you're also able to create many different signatures, which if you have a business like mine, this is going to be incredible because, if I were to be sending this proposal as a real proposal, I would be sending it through my agency or my marketing company. Whereas if I am reaching out to somebody to be a guest instructor for my courses or sending an email to a student or something, I kind of have this different business, this different brand that I would be emailing from. So it's pretty cool because you're able to create a bunch of different signatures and it's actually really easy. So this main signature here, I just have going towards the courses to onlinebusinesslaunchlab.com, which is where you can find the social media management toolbox and all of my other online courses. And so you'll just go in here and you'll click on details and you'll just start filling out all of this information, your title, your name, your company. You can also add an image. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the brand logo. Ooh, that looks so nice, doesn't it? And then you can go over here to social and start adding in your social links. And then you can click on template. And there's all these different layouts, which is really cool. I really don't like huge, long, cluttered email signatures where they just feel like they go on forever and ever. So that one's really clean. I think I'm going to go with this one. I think this one's the best for me right now. And then you can also change the design. So you can change everything in here. You can change the fonts, the font size, the colors. You can even add your own custom hex. We can also give our image a link, which is great because if people click on that, then it'll go over to OBLL. You can change the shape of the social icons, the style of ooh, I like that. That looks really cool, doesn't it? And then you can also add a call to action, which is the last piece. That's really, really cool. So if you want someone to book a meeting with you, boom, super easy to just set up this meeting link. Or if you have your own scheduler, maybe use a Calendly or a Honeybook or anything like that, Acuity, you can just link over to your scheduler. So love that. You can also do online payments, social buttons. So if you really want to drive traffic to a Facebook page or get followers on YouTube or Instagram, you can do a custom button, right? Maybe you have a free training, watch my free training or download my free ebook or something like that, where you're actually including your lead magnet in your email signature. You can do custom code, video conference. So many different things. So we're just going to leave it really simple and clean, but those are great things to think about, especially if you are trying to attract clients and get new clients. So we'll click I'm done. And this is the coolest part here. So you'll just choose your email provider that you're using. And all we'll need to do is click on refresh my Gmail and it'll look just like this. We'll have this nice, clickable, beautiful, sleek email signature there. Super easy to create. And then all we'll really need to do is drag our PDF into our email and add a note to the email as well. And just make it personal. Say, hey, I really enjoyed chatting with you on our discovery call. I'm so excited to move forward with this new marketing plan to refresh your personal brand. Please see the attached proposal. And if it looks good, just send me a reply back to this email and let me know and we'll get started. If you have any questions, you can book a call, and just kind of keep it really short and sweet. Another thing I like to do is if I don't hear back, so if it's been maybe 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, I'll send a reply and I'll just say, hi, Carrie, just checking in. Wanted to see if you had a chance to look through the proposal. When do you plan to make a decision? And by using that simple verbiage of when do you plan versus, do you think you have an idea? It leaves it open-ended and it kind of really encourages people to reply. And they'll either say, I'll know by the end of next week, or they'll say, you know what? I don't think this is right. And hey, no's are wins for me because that's less time I'm going to have to go follow up and chase people down and all of that. So that is how I send a proposal. That is what I include in a proposal. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And again, thank you to WiseStamp for sponsoring today's video. I think it's a really great tool. I think not even just for proposals, but just communicating back and forth with your clients. It can really step your professionalism up really, really easily. I'm going to have a link for you down below to check them out. I really appreciate you supporting the sponsors of the channel, which enables me to create more and better videos for y'all. So hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, do all the things, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.